Hello friends, it is Wednesday morning, week 3. For those of you who don't know, Wednesday is the squat day. It's the lift that I dread the most, and it wasn't always like that. Like, these things have changed over time. Deadlift used to be my least favorite lift, but then this year it became my favorite lift because when I lost some weight, my leverages got better, so now deadlift feels amazing, and I used to dread it. So this morning I weighed in at 149.7, exact same weight as I did on Monday, and you know the drill, like you gotta be patient with this shit, so not every day you're gonna go down, and I'm not even gonna think about this at the moment because it's not my biggest concern today. Sleep-wise, I've gotten 7.5 hours, which is pretty good for me. I mean, of course, the more the better, right? But 7.5 is a sweet spot, so I've got no excuse to not perform today. And the plan for today is, so the program says I have an RPE 7.5 double, and like I said many times before, I just rounded up, it's an RPE8 today. And I've been trying to pace myself for at least 200 kilograms double on squat. So first week I did 180, I think, and then I did 187.5 last week, which felt awful. But then I looked at the video and it was completely fine, I would say. It looked better than it felt, at least. So today I was thinking to aim at 195 for a double, and that, by the way, would be my PR as well. So my best double at the moment is 192.5, so that will be a 2.5 kg PR. And I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, so I'm thinking I do my warm-ups, and then on my last warm-up I reconsider what is gonna be the top set.
Squat day today?
Yeah, you can see it on my face, right?
Nah, I can see it on the face.
I thought it's by my sadness, you know, it's squat day. I'm like a classic gym bro. I don't skip leg day, at least, but I fucking hate it.
That's one of my favorite parts, when you say that you're skipping abs day.
Oh, I made a promise at the beginning of the block that I'm gonna do dead bugs every workout.
Yeah?
And so far I've skipped like at least once a week.
Yeah.
You actually reminded me on Monday I skipped and I didn't even mention it. I was just like, yeah, fuck abs. Alright, let's warm up. Actually, I'm gonna carry around 200 kilograms of plates first. So that's gonna be a good warm up. And if you're wondering why I'm not using these plates that are right next to me, it's because these are like very thick, and I think the bar can only fit 3 of them on one side. So I would not even be able to load more than 140 kg. Yeah, so that's why I need to carry the other ones. So I'm gonna get going. So that's it for the plate carrying part. I'm gonna do some quick stretch routine before I start warming up. It is technically part of my warm-up. I'm not gonna film it because I'm gonna do it over there. And then I'll do the warm-up with the squats. See ya on the squat. All right, I did my stretching stuff. It's exactly 6:45 now. And I'm gonna start with my squat. Let's see how long it takes to get to the top set. Empty bar first, and this is gonna look ugly as fuck, as I said last time. I don't know how to squat with an empty bar. Like, I need something to shove me into the ground. And that's why you should always clip your weights. Last warm-up is gonna be 170. I really need this to move very good. to get some confidence for the top set. I was contemplating if I should load 180, but I gave up. I think I'm gonna do 180 next week for the last warm-up. But today I do 170, so the last jump is gonna be around 25 kg. Let's see how it moves. Alright, the last warm-up, I think it moved pretty good, and I loaded 195 for today. So 195 is gonna be a 2.5 kg PR for me on a double, and this is week 3, so next week I plan to go even further. Mentally, I know I can do this weight, like I know it for sure, but with squat it's always a struggle. When I get under this bar and when I lift it off, I think it's because I never failed a squat. I'm always thinking about if I fail, what is gonna happen? Even though, like, what's gonna happen? I'm just gonna leave it on the rack. But you know, when you haven't done something, you're afraid of it. So I have this barrier that I need to fight with every time I squat. And yeah, you just gotta deal with it. You gotta push through it. Time is 7:06, so it took exactly 21 minutes to do all the warm-up sets. And I think I'm gonna chill down for like 5 minutes, and then I do the double. This is it, 195 kg for a double. I'm very nervous, but yeah, let's fucking do this. I know I can do it. Lightweight. That's it, I did it. I'm not sure if I hit depth, but it actually felt better than I anticipated. It's such a relief to be done with it. Yeah, I gotta watch the playback to see the depth, but that's a PR. It is only 2.5 kg, but it's week 3, baby. So next week, I'm aiming for 200, maybe even more. I don't want to get too cocky. Oh man, fucking squats. All right, ascending sets of 4. First set is gonna be 160, and I'm gonna do 5 kilo jumps for each. So last one is gonna be 170. They should be pretty smooth, but I'm pretty wrecked from that double at 195, so let's see how it goes. The first set was a bit hard, second set 165, let's see how it goes. Reaching that point where even the ascending sets are getting hard. Like 174.4 ain't no joke. Shit is getting real over here. But yeah, gotta put in the work. Gotta push through it. Last set, 10% weight reduction. So this is 170. I think I'll go down to 152, and then we do another 4 reps, and then I'm done with fucking squats. That's it for the squat. I'm actually pretty happy how it went. It was a 2.5 kilo PR, which is very small, but what matters is that it felt good, and I feel like it moved better than my last week's squat at RPE7. So RPE8 looked better than RPE7, which gives me hope for my next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a 200 or if I'm gonna go even more. Maybe 202, 205. We'll see. But yeah, it feels good because squat makes me very anxious. It's the lift that I'm very nervous about. So every win I get, it makes it easier for me to deal with it. Like you build confidence by making small successes, if you know what I mean. So the more wins I get, the less anxious I'll be. And today was a win. Very happy about it. In case you're wondering, like when you watch me do these exercises like Larsen Press or all these accessories, it looks pretty easy. And you might think, like, you're not even trying, Ratko. Like, what are you doing? But that's the thing. When it comes to strength training, you don't train to failure. Like, you do it once a month maybe, if even. So all these accessories, they're supposed to help me build momentum and, you know, put in the sufficient volume for me to get stronger. But training to failure, that's more of a bodybuilding thing. You don't get stronger by doing that, you just get fatigued. And the more often you do it, the more fatigue you get, and then you don't recover. And your nervous system breaks down, and then you just stagnate or you even lose strength in the end. And I've been training like that for years. I used to think when you go to the gym, you need to give it your all, like go all out. And if you don't, you're not trying hard enough and you're a failure. But that's not how it works. Like, strength training is very methodical and very strategic. I like to compare it to surfing. You know how when you're surfing, you're not always on top of the wave. You're like preparing yourself to catch one, and then some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. By the way, I don't know anything about surfing. I never surfed in my life, so if there are any surfers watching this, I'm very sorry for this ugly comparison. I just love making up analogies. So, but that's what strength training is. Like, you're not always doing your max. You're not always the strongest. You need to prime yourself, you know, do the easy weights and then slowly build up like a wave to your top. And then you do it once a month or maybe even once in a couple months. And that's how you get stronger. So what I'm doing here is I'm just priming myself up for week 4, which is when I go close to failure, but I don't think I'll go to failure on week 4 either. That's another thing. Like, when it comes to strength training, going to failure is very dangerous, especially the stronger you get, because that's the weights that can hurt you. They can even kill you. Like, I don't know if you've seen the people that squat like 400, 450 kilos. Like, imagine that guy squatting that every week, and then 1 week he feels off. That shit is gonna kill him. Like, you cannot jump into that every week. You need to prime yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to Larsen Press. Let me check up the program, and then I'll tell you what the sets are gonna be like. So it's gonna be 4 sets of 7s, and first 3 are ascending. The last week I did 102, 107, and 112, so I'll just increase by 2.5 kilos and do my sets. And the 4th set is a Backoff 10%, same as with the squat. So let's get going. I'm gonna do one quick warm-up before I load up 105, just to get my upper body ready a bit. Speaking of my upper body, I do feel a bit sore from that Monday session. Last ascending set. Come on, let's go. I think for the 4th back down, I do 102. That's it for the Larsen Press. Next one is Romanian Deadlifts, which I always forget I have them. And every time I get reminded, I just feel depressed. But yeah, you gotta do them. So I'm gonna get ready for that. Alright, so for Romanian deadlifts I have top set is gonna be RPE8. And honestly, I don't know how to estimate RPE on Romanian deadlifts because like I never did 1 rep max on Romanian deadlifts. Like who the fuck does that? So I'm not really overthinking it. Last week I did 162 for RPE 6.5, I think it was, yeah. I just think I do, let's add 5 kilos, 167. So I'm gonna do one warm up at 100 just to get the stretch, and then I do top set at 167 and Backoff at 150. Now when I think about it, I don't think I ever did Romanian deadlift with this weight. But yeah, let's see how it moves. What you saw there was me losing grip on my left hand. But yeah, my last 2 sets are gonna be, I think it was 150, so I'm just gonna load it out down here. I'm gonna strap up for my backoffs because I don't want my grip limiting me in my volume work. Last set, let's get this shit over with. Oh. God damn. Oh man. I got leg press next, and I'm not a big fan of this machine, especially because the seat is it's a very steep angle compared to the ground, which when leg pressing, like it puts a lot of pressure on my back. So I'm not a big fan of this leg press, but I mean, this is what I have at my gym, so I wish there was like a belt squat or hack squat or something, but there isn't, so gotta work with what you have. I'm gonna do a top set at 250, 9 reps, and then I'm gonna back off to 220 or something for another 2 sets. But yeah, let's go. Pure volume for my quads. God damn. This is the exercise that impedes me from walking. Oh, I dropped the weight to 220, so 2 more sets of 9 reps. This is gonna be hell. Oh, the burn. Oh, man. Oh, fuck my life. You know, this is what I love about powerlifting. Like, it makes you build that mental resilience from shit like that. You know, when you have to deal with a high intensity squat, volume squats, Romanian deadlifts, leg press, all in one day, one session even. Like, all the other problems in your life, they become minor. I mean, not all, there's always a bigger problem, right? But for example, let's say you have an annoying boss at work. When you do shit like this, you're gonna look at your boss and be like, at least I don't have to do leg press for 3 more sets of 9. By the way, this was a completely fictional example. I do not have an annoying boss at work, but you get the point. 1 more set. Oh man, last set. Let's fucking go. Oh, the burn. Oh. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Oh. You know, they're constructing a new building across the street from my gym. And then there's this big crane. I think they're gonna have to use that to get me out of here. Oh, man. Fuck. You know, we have a saying in Serbia that goes kad je bal, neki maskenbal, which roughly translates to, since it's a ball already, let's make it a masquerade. So I'm gonna increase the weight on this shit because I'm already suffering, so I might as well just, you know, destroy myself. I'm gonna do 70 kg for 3 sets of 10. Yeah, let's just get this over with. I mean, first set is always easy. Last set, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go. That's it for the Wednesday squat session. I got the 2.5 kg PR, which I'm very happy about. And so far the week 3 has been going really good. 2 sessions, 2 PRs. And I'm planning to continue the same the next 2 sessions. So week 4, I can set myself up for some big numbers. And yeah, I also wanted to talk about getting stronger while being in a calorie deficit and losing weight, which I've been doing. I don't have time to do it now, but I'll talk about it on my next video because secondary bench is more of a chill session for me, so I can sit down and talk a bit more. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, yeah, I wanted to show you this as well. So even though I'm doing strength training, it's like just lifting weights, right? This workout, I got 65 zone minutes. This is like a good cardio session on top of a, you know, good strength session. But yeah, I need to run for work. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you on Friday.